My name is Giselle Rivera, and I will be dissecting the sheep heart. I will begin with the instruments and the laboratory stuff that you might need. First, I will use my latex gloves. I'm going to put these on each hand, and I feel the smell of the chemical that the heart was in the bag is a little strong, so for that I'm going to use my mask. Put it around my nose, my mouth, and then last I'm going to get my apron, unfold it, and I'm going to wrap it against me because I've noticed the heart has a lot more liquid than the other organs we've dissected before. So I don't want to make sure that I don't get it all over me. So I'm going to put the apron here and just tie a knot around it. Next, I have a dissecting kit, and out of the dissecting kit, I will only be using 2 instruments, and that's going to be the forceps and the probe. The scalpel will probably be used. This is what the scalpel looks like. I will probably be using the scalpel in the second video, which is the inside part of the heart. Okay, so I would like to begin by explaining that the heart has layers, and the very outside layer of the heart is called the, endocardium. And then next we have the myocardium inside the endocardium. And then we have the epicardium. And then the very inside of the layer of the heart that's inside the heart, you will see this when I dissect it and when I cut it in half and dissect it. That's called the pericardium. The apex of the heart, if you look at it like this, the apex of the heart is the bottom, and then the base is the top. The right and left atria. So if you want to come closer, this is the left atria and this is the right atria here. There is blood on the right atrium. There is deoxygenated blood, and on the left atrium there is oxygenated blood. The right and left auricles, I'm going to quickly look and see. This is the left auricle, and this is the right auricle here. So left and right, I'm touching with my opposite hand. So with my right hand, I'm touching the left, and with my left hand, I'm touching the right. Those are used for, so like the right side receives the blood from the body, and then it goes to the lungs for oxygen. And then we also have the right and left ventricles. Those come from the lungs with oxygenated blood, and it passes to the left auricle from the left ventricle to the body. So everything goes like inside. The right side of the auricle receives the blood from the body. It gets oxygenated. It goes to the lungs. Once it goes to the lungs and it's been oxygenated, and then it goes to the body so that the rest of the body parts can receive oxygen from the heart. The right and left ventricles. The right and left ventricle are these right here. So I'm going to try to do this right. But so this right here is the left ventricle, and this right here is the right ventricle. And like I said, you will be able to see it in a better picture. So the way you can define these two is by the interventricular sulcus, and I will point at it with my probe. You can see this line here in the middle. That is the interventricular sulcus. And that is, the interventricular sulcus helps with, it helps like define the right and the left atrium in the body. And then what major blood vessels are found in the sulcus? So the major blood vessels is that It positions the sternum, the septum, I'm sorry, and it separates the ventricles of the heart. The pulmonary trunk is a little hard to show, but the pulmonary trunk is up here. And the pulmonary trunk is a vessel. Right and left pulmonary arteries go into the lungs to oxygenate blood. So this blood in the pulmonary trunk is deoxygenated. The aorta is up here, and it's been cut off because of the way that the heart was removed from the chest, but it's up here. You can see it's a hole. So you got 3 right here. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's the ventricle. It's these right here. And so this top one, this very, very, very top one is the aorta. And so you can only see the neck, and it's very small. The aortic arch is basically the arch in which the aorta sits. And then on there we have three major arteries that come out of the aorta. But like I said, because of the way it's been cut out of the chest, you don't see them on here. They've been cut out. But normally you have 3 veins that go out like this. And the one that's in the inner side, let me just look at it. The one on the further left, which is the inner part of the heart, would be the brachiocephalic artery. And then the one in the middle is the left common carotid. And then the one on the right is the left subclavian. I see a note on here depending that stating that the that those vessels may not be shown on here because of the way this was cut out, and that's it's correct. They have been cut out, so you're not really able to see it. The superior vena cava is, it's so hard to find it here because it's been cut out, but it's the very top. It's like the very top, the tip of the vena cava, which is the opposite side. It's like right up here. It's on the opposite side of the aorta, but it's been cut out. And then the inferior vena cava, it's like the bottom of that one, of the one vein. The coronary sinus. The coronary sinus is a wide venous channel situated posterior part of the coronary sulcus, and it ends at the right atrium. So looking at the heart, this is the left and this is the right. So it would be here somewhere. In these vessels, there is blood that end up in the right atrium. And these are vessel veins, and they are carrying oxygenated blood. Well, it's somewhat oxygenated, but if you're asking whether it's oxygenated or not, it is oxygenated. With that, I will complete the very first part of the introduction with the heart. I will continue with the inner part once I dissect the heart. Thank you.